Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stoof Federation YouTube channel. I'm, of course, Stoof. And, it's been a while. If you want to know all the details of where I've been, head over to the Stoof channel. We'll get you covered there. Either way, what we're going to be talking about today is how this John Cena return run could go one of two ways. See, the first way, the way that I think everybody wants in general, he comes back, wins the Rumble, main events Mania against either Cody or Gunther. He's on every week. He wins. He is winning championships. He becomes the 17-time champion. He becomes a Grand Slam champ. He does the open challenges. He does blah, 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 blah. Or it could go like this. Shows up at Rumble, loses, doesn't show up for another 2 months. Then he shows up for a pay-per-view feud. Again, 2 months, pay-per-view feud, 2 months, pay-per-view feud. And it's just like that. And he keeps losing until his last match where he wins. Which would be awful. And here's why. Because if John Cena came back, he announced this whole comeback run, full year, January to December, of how he was just going to be on top of everything, win the Rumble, do all this stuff, be John Cena once again. But if that doesn't happen, there will be literal outrage from fans. Because the fans don't want to see that happen. The fans don't want to see John Cena dicking around the whole time. They want to see John Cena beat Super Cena again. They don't want to see him just keep losing and losing and losing and losing. At least that's the way I feel. This run has to be something special. It has to be something different. John Cena has to become the man that he was from 2008 to 2015 again. And if he doesn't, that would be really upsetting, because Cena is a talent like no other, and Cena is just one of the best. Cena is, in my opinion, the greatest of all time. But if he were to do this run and just show up every other month or so and lose and all that, my opinion might change. Because you can't announce this whole retirement run and then not do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if Cena did all of that, don't get me wrong, it would still be great. But it has to get to the point where he's showing up every week and wrestling on TV so he can be in front of these crowds again. Because they're not going to see him wrestle. I mean, there's 12 pay-per-views in a year, sometimes 11. You really think about it, that if he only does that and he does every other month, that gives him 6 pay-per-views to wrestle at. Never, and we're saying never wrestling on TV to build the storylines or anything. It would just be awful. 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 And there's so much that everybody wants out, and everybody wants him to win the world title, win the Intercontinental title, win the tag titles, do stuff with R-Truth, do stuff with Randy Orton. I understand that all that can't happen in a year. But what I do understand can happen is John Cena hasn't won in almost 5 years. So he has, and I mean has, to win before his last match. And I don't think that's just an opinion. I think that that's facts. I think that John Cena has to become John Cena again and stop being this thing that is not the John Cena that I grew up and loved. That's going to be it for today's video. Next week, we're doing Was It That Bad? WWE 2K20. So yeah. No money laundering scheme for the first time in a long time. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you want. and I'll see you all in the next one.